Marvelous.
Hey, howdy everyone, Lostly here, back in action for more Fate Attraction. That's right, we're actually playing some Fate Media today, believe it or not. And I figured I'd go ahead and do this for two different reasons. One, as a sort of love letter to my boyfriend for getting me into the series. It's kind of LP it. They don't always watch my stuff, which is fair. I'm not trying to get them to watch everything I do and whatnot. But just kind of like, hey, you know, I made this thing, maybe they'll see it, maybe they'll have a good time watching it. I don't know. Third base. The other reason in particular is just because I want to get into more Fate media that isn't just the anime and the Fate Grand Order. And for those that don't know, I've actually been playing Fate Grand Order for a long time now. For almost 2 years. I'm gonna hit on my 2 years around November of this year. And I just went through all of the Lost Belts so far, and all the singularities and all the pseudo singularities, and it's been a fun ride. And like, when Fate gets going, it gets going good. And with that being said, we've got enough stalling for time here. We got more Fate to go through. So select our gender, obviously best girl. Pick from 3 difficulties. These new action games, we could do normal, right? I'm pretty sure normal will be fine. Oh, look at that. So there's a side story. Ooh, side stories. I might look into that pending on things. Sorry about that. I literally had to go look into things and adjust things just in case. It definitely seemed like a lot of settings were changed on me that I did not realize. Regardless, let's get started on the main story. And from my general understanding when it comes to a lot of the Fate games, they have multiple routes. So we have Saber, the Flame Poke arc, another story of a Saber, and a caster. Are just those the 3 and that's it? Really now? Alright, well, here we go. Flame Poke arc is a start. Compendium Flame Poem. BC 1200. A shooting star falls from the early dawn sky, a shining light streaming through the dark river of space. The Earth's surface would be unfamiliar to modern-day eyes. All who dwell upon it look up. The people, the animals, even the plants. The comet goes on soaring through the sky. For all their great speed, most comets appear to hold still in the sky, from the planet's perspective. And so the people believe this one to be another harmless spectacle, a tear-shaped jewel among the stars. They have no idea of the doom it brings, no idea that their time on this planet has come to an end. The surface of the Earth is on fire. The planet is on fire. The catastrophe destroys all civilizations, without clemency or judgment. The beasts of nature suffer horrible mutations, run amok, and ultimately fall to ash. Prophets protest that the end has come too soon, Rulers call upon their people to fight. Scholars say only that it is too late. A few still cling to hope, believing that at least some of them will endure. Until the true threat makes its appearance. Oh. Yeah, fate's always gotta be like that. Oh? Defeat the enemy shoulders. Enemy soldiers. I don't know why I'm always saying soldiers up in here. It's just... It's a naturally bad habit that I have. Regardless, there is something that I want to make very quick mention here that I really, really don't like about this game. And that's the fact this is not multiplayer whatsoever. And they have yet to make a co-op Fate game like this. Despite the fact that Hyrule Warriors has done it on the Wii U and Switch with relative ease. And it's just so confusing to me because of just how fun those games were to play with somebody else. And just like what I would love to see happen with the Fate series. Because there's so many characters that they could easily become a Warriors type game. It really could. And they just don't. Oh damn, is she releasing her Noble Phantasm? Yeah, here it is. That's the end of that chapter. That is all that remains of the Ancient's final records. After the passing of 30 sunsets, or perhaps a few more, mankind's ancestors accepted their end. Only one fleeting warning survives for future generations. They always seem to make intros that just really get you hyped. Like, this happens in Fate Grand Order as well, very often. Oh, getting chills and pills. The darkness is colossal. Imagine a deep hole, growing and swelling, nothing spreading out to blind your eyes and eat at your heart. The sheer scale of it all, it's difficult to put into words.
これほどの質量とは、なんということか。こんなものは今の人類の手に余る。アルタミラの石碑、セファールの巨人、これが月すらも滅ぼす異様。だが、倒すしかない。囚われた我々が自由を得るにはそれしかない。あなたがあれを倒すしかない。だってそうでしょう。そのためのレガリア、そのためのムーンセルなのだから。
So this has to deal with the moon cell? It's glaring at you. It's targeting you. You should realize that without being told, you could see the glowing point of light are its eyes. A giant shadow from the unknown. It's looking at you. That giant shadow is not a servant. That's what your nature, your soul, screams. But it's not an enemy program. Your mind, your experiences, scream that out with conviction. All that comes from your body, your instincts, is a cry of wordless terror on your quivering tongue. It's coming. It's here. The giant shadow spreads out with overwhelming speed. With that much mass and velocity, its kinetic energy is on par with a plane crash. How much damage could it do to Sephram? A thought runs through your head. There's no way this ends well. There's only an instant before the darkness engulfs all. Just as in the records and the warnings the moon witnessed long ago. So I'll ask you one last time. Someone with nothing to look back on. Someone who has nothing to flash in front of your eyes. An empty shell. Was that what you were? Are you really that kind of creature? Whoa! No, I'm not! That's what my soul screams out. Something's there. That's what my mind screams out. Something irreplaceable. That's what my body screams out. In that moment, a voice illuminates the darkness. I see a gleaming light. It's like daybreak. The Titan disappears, and the darkness shatters. The voice and the light approach me. My eyes become faint. Farewell to my righteous self. An old story that sent my consciousness drifting. The fond memories of the moon end here.
Ah, お目覚めですか。よかった。どうか体を楽に。今、ムーンセルとの接続を再開しています。ムーンセル中枢。聖杯とつながったカフカで、あなたのメモリーが一部破損してしまったようです。あなたのデータは破壊され、欠損している。極めて致命的な状態です。一刻も早いデータの修復処理が必要です。まずはあなたのバリューをスキャンします。ピリッときますが、抵抗はしないように。ラベル、聖杯戦争勝者。カテゴリー、U。測定拒絶権につき免除。クオリティ、E-。では本人確認ですね。あなたの名称を入力してください。
Enter your first and last name. Okay, cool, awesome. So there's a default that you could do, and then there's an input. So let's go ahead and, as per usual, it's Lost Leader, because, hey, why not? Although I am really hoping that they just don't stick with the last one. I really like being called Lost more than I like being called Leader. Feels kind of weird, like a formal setting here, like I'm getting interviewed for a job, you know? Like, I'm not against it, it's just formal, like... Okay, I get it, we're not friends.
よろしい。すべて問題なし。成功ですよ。ムーンセルオートマトンを得たものよ。
So, does this take place past Fate Extra CCC? I have to wonder where it takes place exactly, because just for a quick background, everybody, there are like 5 different like timelines going on in Fate, and here specifically is attached to the CCC timeline from my understanding, and it's its own little like new arc effectively, where we have Excel and then we have Excel Link. And Excel Link is the sequel, and yes, it's incredibly confusing. The naming convention's stupid. I don't know what to tell you. There's a reason why people get lost in translation when it comes to, like, what fate should I start first. And if you're wondering, it's Fate Stay Night. It's always Fate Stay Night. Do Fate Stay Night first. It has the most proper tone to it, explanation for it, and action for it that you'll see over through all the other Fates. Fate Zero is far too serious and far too grim to be like a hard recommend, especially considering that Fate Zero's first 3 minutes starts with 2 people talking to somebody walking around in a circle. I don't know why they did that. It is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And fam, it's not entertaining, and I was literally sleeping. And I was like, you know what? Maybe another day. And that's what happened. I was just like, nope. I'm out of here. No can doozies.
ここの後始末は私にお任せを。あなたは一刻も早くあなたの玉座に戻るべきです。
But as I've established, and I guess I forgot to answer the particular question, Fate Extra CCC, or just the CCC timeline in particular, follows this like weird moon base called SE.RA.PH. It also appears in Fate Grand Order as a sort of event, despite the fact that it's incredibly important to the pseudo singularities and the Epic of Remnant. So it's really weird that it's like that, because like Fate Grand Order has a lot of like event stuff that like you don't really need to know, but they're fun stories for the most part, just fun little wacky little bits, kind of like Amiya's Cooking Time. They're not really canon, but they're not really not canon either. But the CCC bits, they do intertwine quite a bit with Fate Grand Order, and Fate Grand Order would be like the ultimate form of all the fates coming together and like converging. I will say that like nearly every fate thing is like on a separate timeline, and it's more a matter of connecting which ones are together. Despite the fact that Zero is a prequel, you shouldn't watch it first, but it does help inform a lot of the Fate Stay Night stuff that happens. And Fate Stay Night is like the first one of the bunch. Although technically speaking, it should be Saber's route, which was a part of the original thing. You're going Saber's route, Rin's route, and then Sakura's route in the original Fate game. And then after that, Fate gets all kinds of crazy winky wonky. Some of the stuff is attached to Fate Stay Night timeline, while others are in their own separate thing. CCC is its own separate thing. I believe it actually takes place in an alternate world altogether. and it only appears in Fate Grand Order because of time fucking luckiness. You just have a lot of that in Fate Grand Order. There's always time fucking luckiness. And it's not timey-wimey bullshit, because that implies there's some nice things going on. And that's never the case for Fate. We're here for sad times. So, with that all together, I'm pretty sure this is a continuation of the CCC. I don't know what happens all together in CCC, but one of my favorite characters in Fate is in there. And, you know, some people will easily know who it is, others will not. I don't know. But yeah. I've awakened from my slumber. It feels as if I'm witnessing an old dream. I'm sitting in a chair. Was I sleeping sitting up? As I raise my head, my joints ache. I must have been in this pose for a few hours at least. Oh, cute. Wait, Nero, are you saying master and or partner? Partar? Alright, we have to look this up real quick, like. Okay, that's really fancy and cute. It is from Roman history specifically. Each of two ancient Romans magistrates rankings below consul. That's really, really cute. And goes well with Nero. And yes, Nero's a girl. Get used to it. She's Red Saber, technically. I really love her like, holding. So the way that Nero is set up is somewhat similar to her male, or rather her real counterpart, where she was considered to be a bit of a tyrant, a bit of a glutton, a bit of everything. Effectively, she's just very selfish, and she is canonized as bi in the Fate Grand Order. Well, Fate universe, is just say in general. She's bisexual. And I believe she has a butt window that we're going to see at some point. Regardless of the fact, she's in love with us, I'm pretty sure. Almost 110%. She likes pretty girls, and you know, like Fate likes putting pretty girls as you play in them. And I do like to be pretty and a girl. A woman in red stands proudly in front of me. From the bottom of my heart, I feel a sigh of relief. Her golden hair, her slender body, the name of this beloved woman, together with whom I have overcome so many battles, is... What is her name? It says Nero. Even her formal demeanor, I could feel her warmth and affection. But something's wrong. I know her very well. She's the most important person in the world to me. But even so, I can't remember her name. Do I have amnesia? Even if I do, I can at least remember what I first called her. Saber. She's known as the heroic spirit of the sword, and as the servant of lost leader, me. Oh, she has a little ring. Cute.
見目麗しき英霊は数あれど、きら星の剣繁栄の花はただ一輪。あらゆる才を白指に乗せ、咲き誇るはバラの皇帝。その剣撃はミューズの調べのごとく。ウイゴの日は瞬きなれど、しるべとなって主の道を切り開こう。聞き惚れよ。しかして頼り惚れ直すがよい。世は至高にして至上の名器、剣の英霊、そなたのサーバントだ。やはり開幕はこうでなくてはな。もう何度目だという気がしないでもないが、そこは世とそなたの中、多めに見るがよい。
You didn't say your name. When I see her smile, I could feel the enjoyment from deep within her heart. The feeling flows through me and starts to clear the fog from my head. I can vaguely remember awkward dreams, far removed from whatever my real memories are. But as long as she's by my side, I'll never have to fear or doubt a thing.
しかしだ、確認するのなら、世の姿と名ではなく、自らの姿を顧みるべきではないか?
As Saber says those words, I look around the room for the first time. What is this? Some kind of birdcage from Danganronpa V3. A throne? I knew I was sitting down, but this is no ordinary chair. All around me I see a room befitting this throne, complete with carpet stairs to separate the ruler from his men. Did Saber prepare all this? I suppose it's no surprise if she did, but there's something else. I feel like I'm missing something important. What exactly happened to me?
どうしたそうしゃん。さっきからじっと世を見つめるくせに何もせず。こんなことなら一人でムーンセル中枢などへ赴かせるのではなかったな。戻ったそなたが丸一日眠りこけていたのも、あそこで何かがあったせいに違いない。我が奏者よ、ムーンセル中枢で何があったのだ。
Asleep? For a whole day? And what's the moon cell core?
覚えていないのか？これは重度の寝ぼけよ。こたびの出張、やはり過酷だったと見える。ここはより静かな、そして親密な空間で語り合うべきだな。体を休めるためのベッドと、手を重ね合うためのベッドのある空間。つまり、そなたと世のマイルームというやつだ。
We have a my room here too? There's a my room in Fate Grand Order, and basically you use that to pride at the characters that you like the most. And they'll say various lines to you, and they'll wish you happy birthday if it's your birthday. Really cutesy, honestly. And yeah, we're gonna be able to do the same thing here. Can we touch her titties? I mean, can we touch her boobs? Oh dang, this does look like Rome. What the heck? Are we gonna get it on already? Mana transfer, baby?
どうだ？これが世とそなたのマイルームだ。急増なのでな。物が少ないのは許すがよい。
The amenities are lacking. We have a fireplace. Okay, so the truth come out. Fate was originally a Oroge. Oroge. Let's pronounce it Oroge. That basically means that it was a porn, effectively, a hentai, as it were, a hentai game. And despite the fact that it was like thoroughly enjoyable on a story level, there were sex scenes in it, and these in particular were justified as something called mana transfers. And the mana transfers were used so you as a master, someone that like was controlling their servant could give them part of your power so they could become stronger. And that was one of the main conventional reasons why Nasu decided to do that. But over time, he kind of was like, I don't really know too much about sex. Let me just do story writing. I mean, those weren't the exact words, and I'm pretty sure the band has had a sex. But, like, that's what it feels like to me. Like, there are people that are gifted in certain ways and feelings, and his was storytelling, not sex scenes. Which, like, sex scenes, you know, like, learning to write a good one, very hard. You can see plenty of fan fictions where they breast boobily and, you know, just like, huh. But yeah, like, you just gotta give it up for all those teens and queens and whatnot, just trying to, like, do their best to describe what a kiss is, despite never getting one. It's wild, fam, wild. But I don't like wild guns. Play wild guns.
今はとにかく休息だ。これからに備えて眠るとしよう。
What?
あるいはまだ他に気になる点があるのなら気持ちの赴くままに尋ねてほしい。妙も眠いが寝物語として付き合おう。
I want to know what a bedtime story with Nero is, because I'm pretty sure she meant that hornily. She is one of the most horny servants out there. There's no way that bedtime story was just like, harmless. Oh, new content. Fantastic. So yes, this totally and factually is. Build items using QP or break items down. I see. What should I do now? At the very least, I know our names. I'm Lost Leader. She answers to Saber. We clearly have some kind of relationship, but I don't know the details. And then there's this place. Where am I? And why does the word SE.RA.PH pop into my head when I ask myself that?
では、世が語り聞かせよう。世と奏者のこのムーンセルにおける情熱と大勝利の物語をな。
No thanks. I think I remember the gist of it. This is what I was talking about with the CC thing. I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing right now. Which, by the way, folks, we will eventually get the CCC remake. It was announced like a year ago or so. And I gently forgot about it, but like I'm kind of hyped for it again after realizing what Fate game I should play. And this is the first one that popped out after that one. Yeah, after the CCC games, which I was like, oh, I really want to play the CCC, the Triple C games, because they're very interesting. They have some of my favorite characters in it, legit.
そう、ここは月なのだ。地上から遠く離れた天に浮かぶディアーネの星。西暦2032年の人類は月面に一つのものを見出したそうだ。名をムーンセルオートマトン。その性質から聖杯と呼ぶものもある。世界さえ変革する万能の願望機。そういう側面がムーンセルにはある。世はその聖杯により英霊としての姿を得た。自立した電子生命サーバントなのだ。そしてサーバントを呼び力を与えるものをウィザードという。言うまでもなくそなたのことだ。
Do they actually? Are they called wizards? Because I thought they were called mages. Maybe that's just the difference between the two? That's a possibility. I don't know. But that doesn't seem right. It seems like they didn't translate it right. Question mark.
サーバントはただのデータなどではない。セラフに物質化した正真正銘の魂だ。 もっと言えば魂であり生命だな。それはそなたにしても同じだ。このセラフで死ねば地上にいるウィザードは死ぬ。そなたは半人前の状態ながらも強大な敵を前にして決してひるまず立ち向かった。時には友を得、時には自らの答えを得てな。そなたは戦って戦って戦って、そして至ったのだ。世と共にムーンセル中枢の部屋へと。
Oh my god. See, I'm telling you, she's getting ready to kiss you. My memories are still in fragments, but I do recall a few images here and there. The Holy Grail War. Many masters and their powerful servants. NPCs running the war from behind the scenes. So many combatants, but only one winner at the end of it all. And was the winner truly me?
そう、そなたは勝ったのだ。ムーンセル中枢に到達し、最強であることを証明し、聖杯を得た。
New content was added. Ooh, neat. So now we could rest. I think that's about it, really. Progress to the next chapter. Well, as much as I would like to actually get to actual gameplay, I think we're gonna have to end today's episode, folks. As much as I want to kind of go on and see if things are going out. But you know what? YouTube isn't gonna let me show the sex scenes here. So, till next time, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Sayonara. Bye bye.
話したいことがたんまりとあるが、今は休息が先のようだ。